Hello, and welcome to our very tropical, on-location queer cinema catch-up episode of a new mini-series for White Lotus Season 3. I'm Joe.
And I'm Allison.
And we're very excited to have you here.
We are, and we're very excited to be busting out all these mini-series for you. Hope you
It's
enjoy.
not our fault all these TV shows came out at the same time.
Yeah, what a cornucopia.
And we just feel obligated to talk about every one of them.
That's true. Very true.
So, most recently, this past Sunday, White Lotus Season 3, Episode 1 was released.
Right.
We just watched it. Main takeaways?
Most excellent. A return to form, I would say. I think that Joe and I both are bigger fans of Season 1 than Season 2.
Not to say that we don't,
We love Season 2 as well.
but Season 1 just feels so, superior just in the, cinematography, the character study, just, and then just the scope in which they were able to explore the hotel, which was due to COVID. They had,
I don't know if
no
that's
access
true,
to
but
it.
I had heard that they had the entire hotel to themselves, and thus it was only the cast and crew there, and that how that maybe wasn't true for Season 2, or if it was true, they didn't have it for as long a period of time.
Okay.
But yeah, I just feel like Season 1 had these really interesting dinner scenes specifically where they would, and basically for those who haven't seen The White Lotus, it's about a bunch of different groups of people coming to stay at the White Lotus, which is basically the Four Seasons in an exotic location or a fancy location. So Season 1 was Hawaii. And they had these dinner scenes where everyone would be at the dinner, and you would kind of get to peep in at these little families or groups and kind of suss out the interpersonal dynamics and sense all the tension within. Meanwhile, there'd be a bigger tension lurking in the background that the hotel staff was dealing with, and it would all kind of crescendo and intersect and build and build and build. And they're also, every season's a whodunit. It begins with a body being found, and then part of the hook is, okay, how did all these people end up intersecting with the murder? Season 1, Hawaii. Season 2, Italy. Season 3,
Thailand.
precisely. So, okay, let's get into it. What should we talk about first? Episode 1.
Really, Episode 1 is just about introducing all the characters, because each season has a new ensemble every time. Maybe there's repeats sprinkled in, like last season we had Jennifer
Coolidge
was
back in action.
was back. And then in this season, for now, all we know is Belinda has returned.
Belinda, played by Natasha Rothwell, and she was a masseuse / wellness director in the first season. And she's come to the Thailand White Lotus to maybe learn from their wellness center, because the hotel primarily focused on wellness this season. And it seems like she's also been having a tough couple of years, unclear as to why, and maybe she needs to re-find her joy of life. And her son will be coming to visit. And we did see him in the beginning scene. He's meditating or trying to meditate, and then he hears gunshots and has to flee, and then he finds the body, which I thought was very interesting, because the meditative scene was like, focus on now, listen to your breath, like disconnect, be one with your jumble of thoughts. Meanwhile, the outside world is encroaching. It makes me think about like our own times and how we try and be zen, but the world is totally crumbling and falling apart.
Yeah. And so this is a repeat of Season 1, where the beginning of the show starts out as a flash forward, because
And Season 2.
Season 2 does.
They all start with the body being found.
But in Season 3, there's we see the head of a body floating, but it's like, you can't even see the gender,
Gender,
who it
race,
is,
age,
anything like that. And then now it's flashed back to a week, which sounds like it's been doing every season.
Yes.
And then, Thailand, there's monkeys in the trees, there's lizards on the ground, there's, snakes going here and there. And I think they're really playing up and making you try to guess. They're dropping, people are saying I could just die. Or they're giving lines of dialogue to be
Is
that that's gonna die?
I also read that this season's going to focus a lot on spirituality and meaning and life and death, and so I think that it's like a double meaning to it. All right, so we got Bonnie back, or Belinda. Why did I call her Bonnie? Belinda back.
I was gonna go with it. I was like,
Who else do we have?
well, just want to read off who the cast
Well,
is.
it's not in order of the groups, so I feel like it's confusing. Like we should I can read the names. There was a group.
I'm not gonna be able to. The only other person I can say is Parker Posey. I don't know.
So both
and
Parker Posey and Jason Isaacs play a couple with 3 children, and it seems like they're Southern. Parker Posey's a Southern woman who's kind of, what would you say, a little
Naive,
ditzy,
a little ditzy,
a little hilarious, and then Jason Isaacs is a businessman, and he gets a phone call in the first episode finding out that a journalist is investigating some sort of fund he maybe helped start. I don't know, something financy that didn't make a lot of sense to me, but perhaps he's going to be caught up in some sort of illegal scandal. And then they've come to Thailand insanely because their daughter is in college writing a thesis and wants to interview a monk.
So they decided to fly with her at this really, really nice resort, and so she can go interview this monk. And then we find out at dinner, Jason Isaac is like grilling all of the kids on how they're gonna like make this
Their
trip
goals.
like valuable. And when he looks to the daughter, he's like, "So when's the interview?" She's like, "Well, I'm gonna set that up tomorrow." He's like, "We flew all the way out here. You haven't set that up yet," which
That's a chill down my spine. It made me think about what times my parents have said, "Have you done that yet?"
Which
No.
I mean, she probably should have. In
She
that
definitely should
case.
have. She definitely should have.
Definitely should not have revealed it at the dinner and just pretended that she did have it.
It makes me wonder if that's really what's going on here. If that she's really here to interview for a thesis, or if there's something other reason that she wants to speak to this monk. And then the other siblings, one is a very young, naive boy named was like Lachlan. Lachlan, played by Sam Nivola, and then his older brother Saxon, played by Patrick Schwarzenegger. And Patrick Schwarzenegger is playing one weird dude.
He's filling in for the guy from season 1, the really douchebag.
But like even that man was a douchebag, but he would be probably horrified by what Patrick's are saying.
Is weird.
He's talking about genitalia in front of his siblings. He's calling his sister hot, saying it's weird that she hasn't had sex yet. How he knows that, I don't know. And the little brother seems to sort of want to emulate Patrick, but I don't know if he's really the best person to try to emulate. And there's just like a creepy, bizarre vibe. And I believe Parker Posey said when they first arrived, "Oh, we're such a normal family," to one of the staff members. And I was like, I bet you are not.
She kind of said it in a way, though, where she was like, clearly
wink.
we're not a normal family.
Wink, wink. Really? I did not get that impression.
I got it, because Patrick was saying weird things in the background. She's like, "We're a normal family, I
I
promise."
promise. Oh, I see.
But it's
Yes,
kinda like,
yes. But I thought it was like sweeping it under the rug instead of like,
I thought it was like sweeping under the rug while acknowledging it at the same time.
viewers, what do you think? Okay. Moving on to our next group, we've got 3
There's a lot of people in
ladies
this show.
on vacation.
I love them.
They were amazing. Carrie Coon, who we have seen in the flesh at our local grocery store. Very exciting day for me. I love Carrie Coon. The Leftovers. Watch The Leftovers.
Sounds like you're gonna list more stuff.
No, I mean, I'm just...
Gone Girl.
Also
Ghostbusters.
good. You're distracting from the fact that people need to watch The Leftovers. But Carrie Coon, who else? Oh, and also, Carrie Coon, Michelle Monaghan, and don't remember who the other one.
The blonde one. Wait, Sarah Catherine Hook.
No, that's the girl who we didn't say the sister was Piper.
What a good name. I like Piper.
I guess she's recurring. The other one. Unclear what the third person's name is. I don't.
She's from Trick or Treat, though.
Okay, from Trick or Treat.
Is it? Oh wait, so we have Michelle Monaghan.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell?
She's not listed.
She should be part of the main cast.
Weird.
But
Maybe
really
she's
good.
recurring. But anyway.
But she's an important character because the lead actor
Michelle
is not lead actor, but she's like in this group of friends. She's a famous TV actor who brought 2 of her like good childhood friends with her on this trip as like a treat. But there is clearly a divide between who gets along who with better in this trio of friends.
Well, it seemed like Michelle's character and the other woman, not Carrie Coon, both have been successful in this certain way. Like Michelle was this beautiful TV actress. The other woman married this very successful man and is very big in her hometown, like with, I guess, like kind of in the social scene. And then it felt like we don't really know a lot about Carrie, but she's involved in, she's kind of like corporate. She has a daughter who is turning out really cool. And they said it in a way that made me think, what's wrong with your daughter?
Yeah, there are a lot of incidences, like you first notice there's a difference within the group, or the one is not quite like the others. The 2 friends, the TV star and the non-Carrie Coon woman.
I know.
Just look up.
White Lotus friends, Carrie Coon.
Here, just go to
Friends, Jacqueline and Kate. Oh, okay. Trick or treat. don't look at that. Leslie Bibb.
Leslie
Oh,
Bibb.
her name was there. Leslie Bibb. Sorry, Leslie.
Leslie. So Leslie and Michelle, they both have had, like, Leslie's complimenting Michelle, being like, you look so young.
We should like do it right now.
How would we even do it?
Okay. What have you been doing with your skin? It's glowing.
Oh, stop it. You're glowing.
But you're just radiant. You're just exuding radiance from your pores.
You are radiant.
Oh my god, I can't even. What? Your doctor. I need to know your doctor.
Your doctor is really
you.
good. I've only done really minimal things, but you will look amazing. They're doing that the whole time. I mean, we're all like Carrie Coon's like off on the side, just like kind of like, are you gonna like acknowledge me? And then like comically, it's always Michelle too. Michelle's like, and you, Carrie Coon's character's name, you, of course you too. Like
you do a lot of hard things.
Yeah, a lot of hard things.
And then she goes, thank you.
Yeah.
And there was a really interesting scene at the end where they're all drinking wine at the end of the night, and then Carrie's like, I'm gonna go to bed.
Because they're complimenting in terms of the
doing it again.
career, and then they turn to Carrie, like you said, and being like, and you're in corporate, your daughter, she's so cool.
I was like, oh, I need to know what that means. I cannot wait to find out.
And then Carrie's like, I'm gonna.
And
She's
she
like
takes the
downing her
entire
wine.
bottle of wine with her, and then their hotel set up where there's 3 rooms, but they kind of overlook one another. And she's looking down, she can see them having wine and like vibing, and she just lets out this like primal, like wail of despair, and it was
Really
great.
effective.
Love Carrie Coon. Great
All right,
actress.
who's our next group?
Next up we got, let's see. Gosh.
This is our last group. We
We can talk about the staff too. We have Amy Lou Wood playing Chelsea. And do you know the other guy's name? I don't.
Yeah, he's the one from.
Welton Goggins as Rick Hatchett.
Yeah.
And they're playing a couple.
With a significant age difference.
Amy's young and he's more middle-aged. And it seems like he has money. She doesn't work anymore. But his reason for being here is very opaque. Like there's a woman that works who owns the hotel.
Or is one of the co-founders or something like that.
I think she's the owner or co-founder or both. And she used to be an actress. And she has her husband who's not there. And he's come to see her husband. But he's not really letting anyone know that, but we know it.
But he also asks if she's married. And she's like, yes, but he's in Bangkok right now or something like that. And he's like,
pissed. And then he was looking up pictures of him.
Yeah.
And I definitely recognize the actor.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's nefarious. Like
it seems like he like intentionally went there to.
Do you think murder?
Like
Abduct?
that.
I don't know. But Amy had some great lines, like telling him he needed to get like a gentleman facial because they thought he was her dad on the plane. That killed me.
He's like chain smoking all the time too. Like he was smoking on the boat, and Jason Isaac's family got furious.
Yeah, which is kind of ridiculous because they are outside.
Yeah.
Like sorry.
But they're going like a wellness retreat.
I guess. I just think like you gotta kind of exist in your own bubble sometimes.
So there's this amazing scene where Chelsea's at the bar. Her boyfriend's like off smoking somewhere, and this other beautiful woman comes to the bar, and they immediately like bond over it.
They both have old boyfriends.
Old boyfriends who handle their emotions poorly.
And who's the other boyfriend?
Are we revealing that?
I think we.
So there's another reveal in this first episode.
And it is that.
Man.
Was the man who used to date
Jennifer Coolidge.
in season 1 and 2 is back.
In fact, married Jennifer Coolidge.
And also, I believe he was supposed to be dying of lung cancer.
And he's
so he's still alive.
He's
He's dating a much younger woman. They live in Thailand. Also, I believe it's kind of implied that last season he orchestrated a plot to kill Jennifer Coolidge. Spoiler, she dies in season 2.
Unclear.
Supposedly. But I'm always hoping that she comes back. Always hoping. And yeah, that was a great scene too. And then there's just some other characters like there's a woman, Mook, who's sort of, I guess, a health mentor or a member of the staff, played by Lalisha Manoble. And she seems to be kind of having this interesting dynamic with a young man who works, I guess, security. Mm-hmm. And then he's like watching the cars come in and out. And I don't know what his name is. Oh, Taime Thaptimthong as Guy Talk, a security guard at the White Lotus.
That was really amazing pronunciation.
You know, I'm actually like, I'm not very good at pronunciation, but that did feel like it could be close. Yeah. And I'm curious why. Maybe I need to learn to speak. I assume this person is Thai. I don't know.
And he's suspicious that there's some activity. There's some other security people that seem nefarious also.
Yeah, and he was kind of eyeing them and telling the girl that, Mook, that they're jerks. But then she seemed to be encouraging him to be more like them, which was a very odd dynamic to me.
It was, yeah.
So I'm curious
what's
going to
this,
happen.
This episode's very much set up, but we just like love just like, you know, sitting back and just like, we watched it on a friend's like beautiful giant projector. We were able to really take in like the cinematography and the shot compositions, I really do feel like it was a return to season 1, and not, again, we're not knocking season 2, but it just seems like they had like, it was just like, it's so hard to film in Rome, and I'm sure there's like so many people, whereas I feel like they really got access to this location. They were just able to take their time in and make it luscious, as a very good word. And then also the fact that it's like a tropical location also, I think kind of like feeds into that. And
I think that's really true.
And I think that's why it feels so much like season 1 is that it has like more of those like warm green tones.
That's really interesting.
Whereas like season 2 almost, it has like that marbly, like harsh white and pink is how I envision season 2, which I don't know why. I just kind of like settling back into this ode to season 1.
I like that too. Do you think that we could, viewers, can we do like a little poll for people to like fill out if they want, if they like season 1, season 2, season 3 the best?
I guess, I could put a poll up.
Maybe that'll be there, maybe it won't be. Mystery. Just like the mystery of who died in season 3 of White Lotus.
Yeah. Oh. So we'll be doing these weekly and probably release them every Tuesday.
Probably, yes.
Please check out our main Queer Cinema Catchup podcast that comes out Wednesday nights / Thursday mornings.
It's like Wednesday at 11:58, but really it's supposed to be midnight.
And our Severance weekly series and our Yellow Jackets weekly
mini-series and some video essays coming your way soon. They're supposed to come out Mondays at 9, but it probably will come out later this week.
We're churning them out.
We're doing our best.
Tell your friends, tell your family to check out, watch, subscribe, like, comment, and engage. All right.
We will respond. Bye. We're waving like people in the White Lotus as you are on a boat coming toward your beautiful hotel. Okay, bye.